Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as I promised you guys, I'm going to do a review of the seed. It's called VS-01 Vaginal Symbiotic. I did do a video on my post ureaplasma routine. Somebody asked if I could do a video on that talking about, I guess, like what kinds of probiotics I've been using, and what I've been doing to kind of, I guess, replenish the vaginal microbiome. And so I went through that. Make sure you go watch that video first. And I do mention this vaginal probiotic there. I do not recommend it. I did say that in that video. I was using the Vagibiome vaginal probiotic, and I do like that one. I may have to do a separate review of that one. I actually haven't used it in a while because it is quite expensive. I think I did two bags of it, and I think it's only 16 suppositories. And it's quite expensive. I think it's over $35. It's pretty expensive. This one takes the cake though. This one is beyond expensive and just not that great. So this is what it looks like. It retails for like $100, I think. So it's like this box. It's called a starter kit. It's a 2 month supply. It's called a 2 month starter kit. It's only 8 vaginal tablets, and it has 8 vaginal applicators. Just this green box. It's from Seed. You can buy it at seed.com. This is very new to the market, at least as of today. I'm filming this at the end of July. I did not know that this was like brand new to the market. Like they just released this product. If I would have paid more attention, I probably would have waited to purchase this after more reviews or more complaints came out, because there have been some complaints about this product. So you open it, it looks kind of like a book thing. They look like 3 little books. These are the applicators, and then you have the first month's set. I think this is the first, yeah, because I used only 2 of these. So for the first month, it tells you, you're basically like, I guess, planting the seeds first. The reason why I got this is because of the specific strain of bacteria that it has. This one has Lactobacillus crispatus. It has 3 strains of that. And that is supposed to be a very protective bacteria for your vaginal microbiome. And these are vaginal, by the way. These are not oral. These are vaginal probiotics. I did an EV test, and my EV test showed that I had plenty of, or that I was predominantly, I believe, Lactobacillus gasseri, which the Vagibiome, my goodness, sorry about that. The Vagibiome suppositories, I believe, are Lactobacillus gasseri. I was using them even though I'm already predominantly that bacteria, but I still used those because I figured, I think I was like 50% gasseri. So I thought, even if I use them, I don't think I'm going to ever get to like 100%. But I kind of wanted to switch it up, and I wanted a different strain because crispatus is also a very protective strain. These are crispatus. I think this is probably the first vaginal probiotic that has this particular strain. But it also has a lot of other stuff in it. So I'm going to read the other, it's a cellulose capsule, and it has 3 strains of Lactobacillus crispatus. But it also has a prebiotic, it says prebiotic postbiotic complex. So a lot of these vaginal probiotics will contain other stuff to feed the probiotic. So this one has maltose and calcium lactate. And then it has hydroxypropylmethylcellulose, glutamine, magnesium citrate, cysteine, magnesium stearate. So the maltose and the calcium lactate, I think those are the problem from what I heard from other women. Because those feed your good bacteria, but I think they also can feed other types of bacteria that you've got in there. And so that's a little bit concerning. So I'll talk about that in a minute. So the first set is 6 tablets. You can see I only used 2. The first week that you have them, so it shows you, like, it's pretty comprehensive the way that it shows you how to do it. Day 1, day 4, day 7. So you're taking it like every 2 days. You're putting one in every 2 days. So I did day 1 and day 4, and then day 7, day 14, day 21, day 28. So I think it's like every 3 days, the first 3, and then it looks like once a week. Yeah, like once a week after that. And this is the first, I think this is the first set that you do. I made it only to 2. So that was like a week that I took. And that was like when I stopped. Then you have the second set, and these I think are just like, I don't know, I think they're like once a month or something. Yeah, it's only like 2 tablets. Day 1, day 14. That's it. So you're looking at 6, 7, 8 tablets that retail for $100. I think I got like a 25% off code. So I paid like, I think $70, almost $80 with tax. It's ridiculously expensive. I was able to get my money back, by the way, because I did tell them like, hey, this did not work for me. And they do have a money back guarantee. So at the very least, you can get your money back. But I think after a while, they're just going to be like, wow, there's too many people asking us for their money back. Like, sometimes they'll change their policies because they're losing money. So that's basically the routine, right? One every 3 days, then once a week, then like twice a month after that. And that's supposed to kind of like reseed your vaginal microbiome with L. crispatus. I figured that's not too bad because, like it'll only be like once a week and then like twice a month. That's not a big deal. Well, I didn't make it past the 2. So I did 1 on day 1. I didn't seem to have any major issues. I did say in the other video, I used the ones from Target. Target has some that are called Love Wellness, vaginal like probiotics, but they also contain vitamin C. For whatever reason, my body does not like those. I'm not ingesting them. I put them in vaginally, and for whatever reason, they make me really nauseous. I am that sensitive. I am a very, very, very sensitive person. Even things that I put on my skin, for whatever reason, it's just my stomach reacts to everything, even things that are just that don't go through my mouth. I didn't notice anything like that with these. I did not notice that it was affecting like my stomach or, causing any kind of like weird, internal issue. Why that happens to me, I don't know. Some people are just more sensitive than others. Also, yeah, it does come with a pamphlet here that explains everything. It has like a whole calendar on how to use these things, how to apply the suppositories. Now, these are not waxy. These are like tablets. So these legit look like pills that you swallow. You don't swallow these. You put these in vaginally. It's a hard tablet. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a hard tablet. Maybe if I do that, I don't know. It's a hard tablet. It goes vaginally. So I did the first one the first day. I'm trying to stick it back in here. I did the first one the first day. I seemed to be fine. I didn't really notice like a ton of discharge, because sometimes you'll notice discharge or leakage because it is a tablet. Like I feel like this kind of tablet melts and then it probably sticks, because that's part of like the gimmick with this product, is that it sticks to the walls, to the vaginal walls. And obviously, like if you have a waxy type of suppository, it melts and then it starts kind of leaking out. I didn't really notice too much leakage with this. I'm sure, some of it came out or whatever, but I kind of like the concept of a hard tablet because that would stick a little bit better than something that's waxy. But there's something in it. So that was the first day. And then, of course, I think 3 days later, I do the second tablet. After that second tablet, I started noticing some discomfort. And the tough part here for me is that I've been having discomfort. I still have lingering symptoms from the ureaplasma. I never, things in that area have not been the same since the ureaplasma treatment. I think part of that is histamine. If you watch my other video of my post ureaplasma routine and the probiotics that I'm taking, I do feel that those probiotics have helped with some of the vaginal discomfort that I've had, because they do reduce histamine in the gut, and I think that also reduces some of that uncomfortable, kind of like burning or just just discomfort, a lot of muscle tension in that area. But when I took the second one of these, I started noticing like a burning that was coming and going. And usually, when I have burning that comes and goes, that's indicative of an infection. I just also want to note here that I have not had a single BV infection um, since I did the treatment for the ureaplasma. I haven't had any infections, to be honest. I do notice heavy discharge like after my period, but to be honest, I don't think it's an infection. The discomfort that I'm experiencing is just lingering discomfort. It seems to get better, after, like a while after my period, and then until my next period, I'll start having discomfort again. Um, there's just always a lingering kind of discomfort there, but I know that it's not an infection. I don't have the level of discharge that I was having before. So I knew once I started feeling that intermittent burning, like kind of a burning sensation, and then it would go away, then a burning sensation, then it would go away. I kind of knew in my mind it's either something in the tablet that's burning me or I'm getting some kind of an infection. When I finally started to research, I actually went on Reddit because there are no reviews for this product. It's a brand new product on the market. And, I'm usually pretty good about researching things, but I think because I saw that it was a different strain of bacteria, I got kind of excited and I was like, oh, I want to try this, because I need different strains, I need different types of bacteria in there. I kind of got ahead of myself. And they have that money back guarantee. So I was like, you know what? If it doesn't work for me, I can always get my money back. But I did, once I went on Reddit and I started to see other women that had used this, I think it was at least two other women were like, yeah, it gave me a yeast infection and I had to stop using it. And so I kind of suspect that it's probably like a very light yeast infection. I didn't see any major issues, just that intermittent burning. Intermittent burning has always been an indicator of an infection for me until the ureaplasma got bad. And that one was just like, it was just nonstop discomfort. But, with BV or with yeast infections, I always noticed it was intermittent. It wasn't a constant burning. So I stopped using it. I still have several tablets. I may try it again in the future and just see. I mean, I know that it's like, probably a yeast infection. I did use a little bit of yeast infection cream. I put a little bit up there. I just did one day and I seem to feel better after. Like I said, I always have some level of discomfort down there. But I'm not seeing any apparent like huge issues, like anything different than how I've been the last 6 months. So I stopped. I was just like, you know what? I think it's probably better for me to just stop these. I still have the tablets if I want to try it again in the future. But I'll see how it goes. I do have, so I've been using EV to test the vaginal microbiome. I've done 2 EV tests. I did one before the ureaplasma treatment. I did one after the antibiotics to see where I was at. By the way, the EV test did not detect ureaplasma, so I would not rely on an EV test for ureaplasma. I just wanted the EV test to see my general microbiome and what my bacterial load was. And I was predominantly Lactobacillus gasseri, which is good. I don't have a ton of crispatus. I could use more of that. That's why I wanted to use this vaginal probiotic. But I still have one more EV test left because I bought them like as a set, like, because you can buy several of them so that you can test like every few months. I still have one left that I want to use, and I think I'm going to do that one this week because I have been taking the probiotics for a few months now, the oral probiotics and then the vaginal probiotics. I had done that for a couple months as well. So I might do that test, and then I'll come back and report to you guys if it made, any difference, what my counts are. I can even show you guys my percentages and how my percentages have changed over time. But I'm curious to see if the oral probiotics that I've been taking have made a difference in that area. Because, vaginal probiotics, I I'm using them because I feel like that's the best way to get bacteria in there. But in all honesty, I wonder if, a lot of the discomfort that I'm feeling, like I said, I think it might be related to histamine or to whatever other issues. I'm wondering if that could cause, prevent a lot of the bacteria, good bacteria from sticking to that area. But I will definitely do that test, and then I will get back to you guys with the results of that test. That way, I can actually tell you guys whether any of these things are effective. But my general review of this is I don't recommend it, or at least I would wait for more reviews to come in. I get the feeling that they might end up pulling this off the market because it's, if a lot of women keep getting yeast infections from it, and somebody on Reddit said that it's the maltose, and I think maltose is a sugar. Maltose can feed bacteria, but I believe it also feeds yeast, and so I think that was what was causing the increase, because the yeast is also eating it, because you always have some level of yeast in that area. So the yeast is eating it as well and growing, but I guess your good bacteria is also eating it and growing in there as well. I don't know. But I just know that I started feeling a little uncomfortable, and I was like, I don't think that this is, I don't think it's a good idea to continue. I could probably just do like one tablet a week and see if that, maybe it was just too much, too many tablets at once. So I might just do like one tablet, a week, and see if my body tolerates it better that way. I do eat some sugary stuff. So it could be that too, that maybe I was eating some sugary stuff, and that also affects your microbiome, and maybe, it just together, it was just too much. I don't know. But it doesn't happen with I use the Vagibiome. It doesn't happen with the Vagibiome ones. It didn't happen with the ones from Target, the Love Wellness, but I just didn't like those. I just don't know. Those were just weird. And these are just way too expensive. I mean, $100 for this is insanely expensive. And, I have a feeling they'll probably end up reformulating them in the future, because this is just not, if people keep getting yeast infections from them, because yeast is natural, yeast is normal in your vaginal microbiome. It's not, it's when it overgrows that it becomes a problem. Having yeast is not a bad thing. So anyways, I just want to do that review and give you guys a heads up. That way nobody blows $100 on this the way I did. But I did get my money back. You just email their customer care and you tell them, hey, look, I don't think it worked out for me. It caused some discomfort, and it just didn't work for me. And so, yeah, you just do that. And they were pretty good about it. They got back to me within a couple days, and they said that they gave me my money back. So I just have to make sure and check that they do. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know down below if you guys use any specific probiotics for vaginal health, or anything that's helped you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.